Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of August the 20th through September the 2nd, 2024. This is reading if you are Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, or have another significant Scorpio placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. This channel actually looks, I do tarot videos. I do 6 signs every other week. And then I also have my channelings of Archangel Azrael. And I also post my daily morning coffee with Breege. Sometimes I get a little behind in posting them. But with those, I usually cover some kind of topic related to the spiritual coaching that I do. And I also, sometimes I talk about the Azrael channelings there, and I always do a daily tarot reading there as well. So you can watch those as well. If you do enjoy the content of this channel, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And do give this video a like, comments, all of that is welcome, as all of that helps this channel to be more visible and to grow. If you're not familiar with how I do these readings, I do a horoscope spread, which is a 12-card astrological spread with an extra card in the middle to sum things up. And the main deck I use is Marie Hope's Way of Cartouche. And our extra tarot deck that I'm going to use to clarify this week is going to be the Mystical Cats Tarot. And our extra deck where I always do a oracle summary is going to be the Archangel Fire Oracle this week. There's a new deck for me. Okay, so let's start taking a look at your cartouche reading here. Now, you're not one of the signs that was hit by the mutable Grand Cross directly, though if you did have it, you have any planets in your chart at 17 degrees of Gemini, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, you may have just come out of a very tumultuous period. I feel like this Grand Cross, even though it was mainly hitting the mutable signs, I feel like a lot of people were kind of hammered by this one. I think the last time I did a reading on this too, I thought, things I heard about it, I thought, oh, I don't know, it doesn't sound so bad. And the more I'm hearing, the more I really looked into it and looked into the astrology of it, because I do astrology as more of a secondary thing, I was just like, oh, no, this is actually quite potent. And the day this reading will be starting will be for the August the 20th. Certainly on the 19th, there was a very potent full moon in Aquarius, a supermoon. And also with this, we are moving into Virgo season now, out of Leo season. This has just been a very, very, very potent time. And probably the rest of the month will probably breathe a little bit easier. But probably it's quite possible that you have been through a little bit of the ringer lately. Most signs have. Yeah, because I see Ankh up here in your 8th house, which is your own energy, Scorpio energy. And Ankh, sometimes that indicates a life or death issue for people. I'm just going to say that that's what it is. Now, when I say life or death, I don't mean you. I mean, it could be somebody around you who who maybe you've been concerned about their health. Maybe you've got an older relative and you think, oh, this person getting closer to death's door or something like that. But Ankh doesn't seem to indicate that. Ankh is a card of life. It just simply may be indicating that kind of transition may have been a concern recently. Ankh does seem to indicate, it's usually a good indicator of long life in that particular house. So it does seem to me that, I don't know if questions have come up around that or if there was a scare or something that had happened, but that might be true for some of you, not for all of you. But there's something there that, Ankh there definitely says to me that there is a kind of a, there's definitely, certainly on the positive side of it, I feel like there's a chance to really be alive, to really do the things that you want to do. Like whatever transformations and changes are occurring, they seem to be occurring to add quality to your life, to add joie de vivre, I guess they would call it. So we see, there seems to be messages about money. We've got air in the 2nd house. So I don't know if you've had communications back and forth about money recently, or if there's been some kind of a change, because air can indicate swift and sudden change. But it does seem like there's something going on there, or a situation connected to money that you need to detach from. Something maybe you've been too involved in and you need to back off from and get away from. Does seem to be here, you've got Crook and Flail in the 1st house, and that's usually a good indicator of having good self-esteem and self-confidence, or being seen by others as an authority figure or somebody who is in the know. So you definitely have this kind of energy here. This could also indicate that you might be working on your own self-confidence. There may have been things recently that have made you doubt yourself or doubt the path that you're on. And Crook and Flail there suggests to me that you are, that you can be confident, okay, that you can trust yourself, trust your own authority here. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, we have winged disc here in the 5th house. Now, for somebody who's looking for love, okay, if somebody's looking for love, because I'm just looking at winged disc and Anubis here, which are the 5th and 7th houses. I feel like, winged disc seems to indicate somebody who is successful, or there is success, with regard to something. It can also indicate somebody overcoming something. Okay, when we've got winged disc, there could be something that is a difficulty or situation that's been overcome, but it can be a successful creative venture. It can be something successful connected to a child, or this could be, perhaps a new love affair that seems promising. But we also have it with Anubis, and Anubis, I think this also showed up for Libra in the 7th house there. So there's somebody there who's being protective of their feelings. Okay, it may be somebody who's very friendly, very outgoing, but it's maybe somebody who's very busy with work, because I'm seeing Ta over here in the 3rd house. So, and if you're married, then it could just be that, yeah, with Anubis, maybe you and your partner have been, doing, I don't know, it's the protectiveness there. There could be a sense of protectiveness. In a more positive sense, it could just be people just kind of giving each other space, trying to figure things out, and not in a way of that implies like a negative separation, just more like, you might be just doing your own thing. And, or maybe one of your, if you are married, maybe your spouse is traveling for some reason, because Anubis can indicate that. But overall, if you are looking for somebody, that's kind of my feeling there. Like maybe there's a relationship that will take off at some point, but maybe right now you're just dealing with somebody who's keeping their boundaries because they're very, very busy. If you are somebody who's in your own business, you have been very busy lately. We have Ta here, which is Capricorn energy. This is Saturn energy. So this can also be about communication. So this could be you carefully building up something, because Ta is about carefully constructing something. So I feel like in a more general sense, I mean, for some people, maybe you're literally talking to somebody about building something, like if you're building a house or something, or talking to an architect or something like that. But I feel like there's a literal sense of something that's being built, like kind of brick by brick, figuratively speaking. So this could have to do with a business, and this could also have to do with just general communications, like important messages back and forth. Maybe these are messages connected to money. Okay, maybe there's just something that you're trying to build here. Now you have Bast in the 4th house, so I feel like you're getting a lot of joy out of being at home right now, or maybe with your family. Bast is certainly the happiness card. It does tell you to follow your intuition with regard to certain situations, if there's anything uncertain, because Bast can be a cautious card as well. It has a lot of cat energy to it, because if we think about cats that are careful, they're cautious, but they're also, they can be very sudden in their actions. But there's definitely an element of happiness there. Bast as was a goddess, her festivals were associated with dancing and music and things like that. So there's a very happy vibe here. This could be a family reunion or getting together with people in the family. But overall, there does seem to be some peace in the home area or from your home. Again, you got twins up here too. Now, this Libra got this as well in the 10th house. And I'm looking at Sphinx in the 6th. These are the houses that are connected to work. I mean, this can also be, again, if you're running your own business or have your own venture. But Sphinx is kind of there's a secrecy card here. So, or sit back, wait and see kind of a card. So I don't know. Now, if this has to do with a health thing and if you've gotten some kind of communication about health, Sphinx would say wait and see. It could have to do with an animal too, because for some people, maybe if you've been in a situation where you're wondering about whether or not an animal needs to be put down or something like that, this might be saying wait and see. Okay? Don't take action right away, because it could be that whatever's presenting itself now is not what it is. Not an uncommon thing during Mercury retrograde. Same was true of your own medical reports. Now, again, I'm not a doctor, but if you recently received a diagnosis or something that seems weird, I would get a second opinion, because Sphinx seems to indicate there's a reason to wait. Also, if you're thinking about leaving a job or changing jobs, there may also be a reason to wait right now. The twins, though, again, there's this idea of business partnership or partnership in your career, like doing something with somebody that's going to be successful. Perhaps if you are working at building something, you may be more successful by working with others rather than working alone. Especially because the 10th house, you have to understand, is not just about the career that I have. Like, oh, I've decided I'm going to be an accountant, or I'm going to be, I'm going to be a librarian. I'm going to be whatever I'm going to be. I mean, this is not just about, like, you might have a career choice like that. But the twins here is more about also just your legacy, like what work you do that people are going to remember you for. So there's this idea of working with someone here, which is interesting. We have Lotus here in the 11th house, which is the house of the Aquarian energy. And so this kind of indicates, again, this is calmness and peace of mind. So if there's been any friction with anyone in your friend group, Lotus seems to indicate, not to worry. Also, this is the house of your hopes and wishes. So I feel like if recently maybe you feel like you've been stuck, or like you're not going to be achieving your goals, Lotus is just kind of indicating a peaceful continuity. Like there's two cards here that are opposite each other. Well, not totally, actually. Sphinx would be opposite the 12th house, but there's this strong feeling here of having to wait and see how something is going to come out. And also you've got that Anubis energy in the 7th house. So again, there's this idea of I'm seeing a lot of protective energy around people recently. Now you've got Hathor here in the 9th house. Okay. Now Hathor is an energy that is, again, it's very, very home oriented. It can be very mother oriented. It's strong Taurus or Virgo kind of a vibe. So this can indicate, this can have to do with organization. It can do with building a home, making a home in the more domestic sense. It can also indicate a woman who is significant into something. And this is in the area that's connected to long distance travel. It's connected to potentially to legal matters. It can be connected to higher education or getting more education, and it can also be connected to spirituality. Sagittarius house covers all of that, and it's also Jupiter energy is expansive. So I want you to understand that, because obviously how that applies to each person watching this is going to be different. But with Hathor, I feel like either there's going to be a woman, maybe it's a woman who's at a distance from you, or there is a who's either going to be some kind of a teacher or just somebody from far away who's going to be visiting, who's going to be significant in opening up, expanding your horizons somehow. Okay, there seems to be somebody who's connected to that. You could also be learning a skill that is like going to culinary school or something like that. Like Hathor has an energy of that, or going to study fashion or something of that sort. That's a possible thing here. So again, not necessarily, that would just be a very specific thing for certain people, but there definitely is this strong feminine energy that's connected with your expansion right now, and it may literally be referring to something like that, or it could just be a woman who is significant right now for whatever reason. You do have Horus here in the 12th house, so I feel like there's been a lot of healing going on right now. So you may be in a position where, and in the 12th house, this would have to do with emotional healing. It would have to do with spiritual healing, things that are self-undoing. There could be worries about health, too, with Horus in this house, because this is another house of worry. But again, looking at its opposite house of Sphinx, there's a sense of wait and see. The number 3 seems to be important here. So wait and see. Don't make any judgments about anything right now. If health is a worry or concern for yourself or for somebody else. Maybe somebody's got a diagnosis that doesn't sound good, but this seems to be saying, if you got a diagnosis that doesn't sound good, get a second opinion, because I don't think it's, I think that there could be a mistake there, because Horus is also a card of good health. So it's definitely, again, stressing that I am not a doctor here, but I do feel like there may be something dubious if someone has gotten a diagnosis that's not good. Overall, you have Pyramid. So Pyramid is about, things that are resolved with time. So I feel like there have been some tests and challenges, probably in just about every area of your life, but these challenges are not, it's not something that's going to go on forever. There is something that's going to change here. Let's see what we have here. Okay, just clarifying here with our kitty cats. And let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so now we have our clarifiers. So let's have a look at Cartouche again with our clarifiers. Okay, yeah, you've got Six of Sky here with the Crook and Flail. Crook and Flail, okay, and now this is interesting because this is a card of moving away from anxiety. In this particular deck, it's literally a card of moving away from drama. So I feel like there's some kind of a situation here, Scorpio, where you're just kind of like, you know what, I don't need to get involved in the fray here. I can just, I think I want to just kind of keep my distance here. Certainly across in the 7th house, where we have Anubis, where you are protecting yourself. We do have this Emperor energy. Now, this could be somebody who's an Aries. This could just be somebody who's an authority figure or somebody who has great, knowledge of something. But I keep feeling like this is about taking control, like somebody who's taking control of their situation, taking the lead in something in a relationship, or just getting control of their emotions in some way. Now, if I look down here, yeah, because we've got with the wing disc down here in the house of, this is the Leo house, we have the Eight of Fire, or the Eight of Wands. So there's some fast-moving energy. Maybe there's even been some recent messages here that seem like they're good or that they sound good. And I don't know. I mean, in that case, too, Anubis could indicate a trip or a journey, too. I mean, maybe there's going to be a successful thing and you're going to travel to see somebody if you're single, because this can also be a card of travel. So that is possible there if I look at those together. But again, that wouldn't apply if you were married. Unless this is a child that's coming to visit. I mean, that could be a thing as well for anybody married or unmarried. But anybody who's already in a committed relationship or partnership. This can also have to do with business partnerships too. So there could be somebody who's taking a leadership position who is a business partner to you. And it's interesting because you have the twins up here, which is a business partnership. But you have it with the Death card. And so this seems to indicate a change in circumstances. So maybe somebody's getting a new business partner. Maybe somebody left their job and now there's something new happening here. And this could have to do with your spouse, or if you and your spouse are in business together or doing something together, that could be possible. Like I said, with regard to something about career. So anyway, there's definitely this sense here of somebody here could be traveling to see somebody, again, possibly a fire sign person. Emperor is very much Aries energy, but does not have to be the case. Otherwise, this is a sense of just getting control of something, taking control of a situation, setting appropriate boundaries. In this work area, we have the Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands with the Sphinx. So yeah, there's definitely the sense of passing through a gateway, but you need to pause first. Okay. This to me is a card of things being, basically things being fine. Things being successful, like if there's a job, it's stable, it's secure, you're accomplishing things. So I don't know. But we do see this change here. And what's interesting in this particular house, I'm seeing 4 energy, because this is the number 4, and the Death card up here is number 13. That adds up to 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. So something with a job or career situation, if that's how this applies here, would be saying that, yeah, there's going to be something, wait maybe wait until towards the end of the time of Virgo. I feel like that's when this change is gonna be coming in. Death is Scorpio energy up here. So, yeah, that's just interesting. I'm looking at it and just thinking, yeah, there's been some kind of a shift or a change. Maybe there's been a new partnership. Maybe you're in a business where there's been a takeover by another company or something like that. Maybe that's what that's about for some of you. But maybe you're thinking about leaving or making a change, but it might be telling you to stay put for right now. Okay, we've got the Seven of Fire with Hathor here. So this is a Seven of Fire, just has to do with how we stand our ground in something, and it can also have to do with something where maybe you feel, usually this can come up when we either feel attacked or feel like we just need to stand in the strength of our position. So having it with Hathor right here, I don't know if Hathor represents a female here who maybe you feel like you need to stand your ground against. And again, this could be connected to school, this could be connected to a legal matter, it could be this could be somebody at a distance. Take it as it resonates there, but for some reason, there's something there where you feel like you need to stand your ground or hold your own in something. Now with the Ankh, you have the Queen of Cups. Now for some of you, this could be love. This could be a transformation in a love relationship. This could be new love. Sea Queen also, to me, has a strong mother vibe to it as well. So I don't know. If I look down here, we've got Bast in the 4th house, which is the mother house, and we've also got the Earth Kitten, which is the Page of Pentacles. So this seems to imply something that's like new security or a new financial beginning of some kind, or even sometimes studentship. So I don't know. I don't know if there's somebody who's, this has to do with somebody going away to school or something like that, because we have Earth Kitten here, or taking classes from home or something like that, because there is a strong learning vibe here along with Bastet. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if if I feel a connection here between these two. I don't know. There's definitely this sense of a new financial plan of some kind here, with regard to something regarding the home or the family. And Bast could indicate some kind of a social thing. But I don't know why this feels like it has so strong, even though Sea Queen I would normally associate with somebody who loves you or new love coming in, and that could be the case. I don't know why, though. I feel like this has more to do with mother energy here. I don't know why. That just keeps coming into my head, and I'm trying to kind of sort out what that means. But maybe there's been some concerns. Maybe the mother is the person that you're concerned about here. I don't know. Nonetheless, I'm not seeing an energy here. I'm seeing, pleasantness. I'm seeing sociability. I'm seeing new financial beginnings that are positive, or new plans. But there does seem to be something here where, I don't know, there's some woman here where I think somebody feels like they need to hold their own against somebody. And this could be, as I said, that's a Sagittarius house. Maybe there's plans that you have, and maybe you're meeting with opposition for them, and you're saying, no, stand your ground in what it is that you need to do. Maybe you're thinking about making a move. Maybe there's a new financial thing, because maybe you're going to move for a job or a career change or something. But maybe you're not doing it right now, or maybe you're keeping it secret from people, because Sphinx can be saying that as well. So some of you might be keeping something a secret, in terms of, like, if you're thinking about making a move, or changing a plans, or changing jobs, or partnering with somebody else in something, there may be this sense of you're keeping it to yourself right now. Yeah, there does seem to be the end to something here. We've got Lotus here in the 11th house. And Lotus sometimes can show up when we have certain anxieties, because we have it with the 10 of Sky here. So this suggests to me that there could be a betrayal or an ending. Maybe there's somebody in your friend group who you feel betrayed you, or something that's coming to an end. So I don't know. But it does feel like something has come to an end, but Lotus is saying, you kind of need to take a time out, and I don't know if so much I want to say not worry about it, but there does seem to be the sense that there's going to be peace coming after an ending or a loss. So this could be the loss of a friendship, because it is the house of a friendship, or it could just be something connected to a hope or wish that you have that maybe has gone away. Maybe that's what you feel you have to defend yourself against here. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody, maybe there could be some legal matter that put something, that ended something, or maybe there was some kind of decision. Maybe there's somebody who's not happy about a decision that you're making, and maybe this has ended a friendship or ended an alliance. That's a possibility here. Yeah, this 5 of Sea in the 12th house too, there tends to be a sense of regret or looking back on the past. So, yeah, so I don't know. Your reading this week is really interesting, Scorpio, because I feel like I'm trying to find the continuity in it a little bit. And it's, I don't know. It's a little bit diffuse. I just feel like there's things that you're waiting on. With the money, we have the 8 of Sea here. So this is something that maybe has sustained you for a long time, but now you need to move on from it, okay? That's the sense of the 8 of Cups. And with air, I don't know. Yeah, maybe there has been a change in a financial situation. Maybe for some of you, this does have to literally do with the mother. But there's been some kind of a change, and there's something that maybe has worked for you before that isn't working now, that you need to walk away from it. Something has come to an end. Maybe it has to do with a job. But so I don't know. So either you're making some stealthy moves here and not telling people, or it's just telling you not to move on something yet. Yeah, and we've got 5 of Earth over here with Ta. This is a card of working hard at business, but 5 of Earth can indicate either feeling isolated, or feeling like you're not, like there's no money coming in. Maybe if you've been working in your own business, maybe you feel like things haven't, the books aren't lining up to where you want them to be right now. That could be a thing, and there maybe that's why there's some talk here. Maybe there's some thought of moving away from something that you're doing. But again, with Sphinx here, there seems to be a reason why you want to wait, why you might not want to make that change right away. There could be somebody who's coming in to help, or some kind of a partner or something with that. Maybe it's even going to be an opportunity to work from home, with Earth Kitten showing up in the home sector. So I don't know. It's interesting, but I do feel, looking at this too, if I try to put the mother thing out of my head, that may be a very specific message for somebody. I do feel like there's a sense here of following your heart and doing what feels best to you, like doing what feels authentic, and not just simply what you think is going to make you money or just bring stability. I feel like there's something that you have to, you may be ready to walk away from a particular situation, get away from the drama of something. Maybe there's drama on the job, or drama from a particular person. It does feel like some of you, there may have even been the ending of a friendship, or what you feel like might be a betrayal from a person. But overall, you do have the consequences card, which is justice, okay? And justice is showing up with pyramid. So this seems to say, again, good news eventually. This to me feels like you are, if there's a situation where you feel like you've been betrayed, the truth is going to come out. However things are right now, if they're out of balance, they'll be back in balance. If there's something that's a lie, the truth will come forward, There's definitely a sense of justice and clarity that are going to be coming in a situation. And I feel like you need to focus on just keeping things in balance right now. So let's see what our extra oracle card pull says for today. For Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know? It's interesting. I feel like there could be a lot going on around work right now. Either work or a home situation. Okay, so the angel card we have is Barakiel, okay? And I will tell you what her message is. Okay. This is the card of fulfillment. It's time to bring some lightness back into your life and relationships. Put any difficult conversations or decisions aside for a while and enjoy time with your family and loved ones. Okay, so this is charged with bringing happiness to our family life and overseeing matrimony and parenthood. Also known as the angel of lightning, she grants blessings for your good deeds swiftly and brings you success, especially in games of chance. Okay. So there definitely seems to be this sense here. I don't know. There, Five of Earth here would definitely indicate maybe a sense of isolation. Maybe you're not communicating with somebody. Maybe because you're working a lot. I don't know. That could be part of it. But there just seems to be, I don't know. There's definite movement that people, you want to have in something here. But there may be, like I said, I feel like there's reasons to wait. There's reasons to rebalance. This would be suggesting to me that, that family harmony and also just, your sense of fulfillment will be incoming. But right now it just seems like, maybe you're learning the truth about certain people and situations, that certain changes have needed to occur here. And, there's certain places where maybe you feel you need to stand your ground. Maybe you're making some changes as far as your job and career go. But there's definitely a sense of needing to let go of the past and just worry about keeping things in balance in the present. I feel like right now, for whatever reason, is not a time to make significant changes, but I think you do need to focus on, what's going to make you the most confident, where do you feel like you fit in, what's going to bring you the most fulfillment, actually, when I think about the 8th house, what's going to bring you the most fulfillment? So that's the question for you for this week, Scorpio. In any case, I hope this reading was helpful. If you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about all my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you again in September.